If you love Pokemon, you're gonna love this video because we're opening up the new Paradox Rift expansion in the Pokemon TCG card game. This is episode 2, so if you want to make sure you don't miss out on all the cool cards we pulled in episode 1, make sure to go back and watch that first video. But anyways, let's get right into it.
Okay, we got another Magby, not bad. Vanillite, again, it's an ice cream cone. What more can you ask for? Oricorio, there's like 4 different versions of this card, all different typing because they're different forms. They're pretty cool. They were released in Sun and Moon. Swablu, one of my favorite dragon Pokemon, what it evolves into, Altaria, very cool. Its Mega, which was Dragon Fairy, was one of the coolest Megas out there and was very strong back when Megas were a thing. Okay, here we go. This is perfect. I've been playing the TCG game a lot and I've been using a lot of past Pokemon, not future, but this is one of the coolest future Pokemon I've seen. Its ability is actually super strong because it basically lets you move any of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active so that you can attack it. And its attack is super good too, basically just stalling out any evolved Pokemon. Very strong card to play in a water future deck. Curse Duster, this is not a very good card if I'm being honest with you. I wouldn't play this in a deck. Orbeetle, this is not the greatest card either, but it's all right. Knuckle, not bad. The Garganacl is actually pretty strong. The Bite, if you're gonna need that for your Garchomp over there. And Norman, what's up, Norman? Draw 2 cards. If your opponent's active Pokemon is enabled, yeah, this is all right. I guess most decks run EX Pokemon, but drawing 4 cards for a supporter isn't too strong of an effect. You probably want to play something like Professor Sada's Vitality in a past deck or some other type of draw card. So if you're wondering what we're looking for this guy. This is Roaring Moon EX. Very strong. It is a dark dragon type. And if you're wondering what the themes of the Scarlet and Violet Pokemon are, the Paradox Pokemon are based on the future and the past. I kind of already mentioned that, but basically all the past Pokemon are kind of based around dinosaurs, and the future Pokemon are all based around robots. So something really cool that we haven't seen in Pokemon a ton is a lot of dinosaurs and robots. There's a couple robots, and then there's fossil Pokemon, which are some of the past Pokemon. But this whole idea brought about some really cool designs, and honestly, they've been some of my favorite Pokemon since the Megas have been introduced a couple of generations ago. Yeah, I don't like this guy. Another ice cream cone. Why do we keep getting him? We keep pulling this guy. Charcadet, this evolves into a very powerful fire type. It's got 2 split evolutions, and it's a pretty good Pokemon. Swablu, again, I've already mentioned this one. Veluza, this is an okay Pokemon to put in a water deck, but it's not too great. I just use it more as a secondary attacker. All right, here we got the TM Turbo Energize. Basically, we search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards that attach them to your bench Pokemon anybody you like, then shuffle your deck. This is not a bad card. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. Wugtrio. I don't like this Pokemon just because it kind of, I don't know. It's just not cool looking. It's kind of lazy design. I like Dugtrio way better, but if it's your thing, it's your thing. Tinkatank, nice. Esparatha. This is an all right Pokemon. This is a very good Pokemon if you want to stall out your deck, because as soon as you evolve this Pokemon, prevent all damage and attacks for 1 turn, basically making this guy immune for a bit. Chien-Pao, okay, this is not the best Chien-Pao card ever printed because there's an EX that is used in a lot of water decks right now, which is very, very strong, but this is not a bad secondary attacker. And we got a fighting energy. All right, I don't know what pack we're on, but we've gone through a bit. Dottler, this is an all right Pokemon. It's not really my favorite. Toxel, I've already talked about this one. Leopard, not a bad Pokemon. Wimpod, one of my favorite water bug types, and one of the only water bug types because it evolves into Golisopod, which is a very scary looking Pokemon and a very cool looking Pokemon. Unfortunately, in the actual games, its ability makes it not very good, but in the card game, Golisopod is not very bad. Orthworm, look at this guy. He's this is a horrible card. Oh my God, they do this boy so dirty because if there are 3 or few cards in your deck, this attack does 150 more damage. Basically, you don't want this happening because if there's 3 or fewer cards in your deck, you're about to deck out, and if you deck out in the game, you lose. Mienshao, not a bad card, not too great though. Mienfoo, okay, we got both of them. This guy evolves into this one, so yeah. Latios, this is all right. Okay, this is a rare card, and we got the alternate art. This is amazing. We got an ancient Pokemon. Once during your turn, if your opponent has 4 or fewer prize cards remaining, you may attach a basic fighting energy card from your discard pile to this Pokemon. That's a pretty good ability. It's not super strong, but it is pretty strong. Earth and Spike, during your next turn, this Pokemon can attack. Okay, 200 damage isn't a ton for not being able to attack next turn for being an EX. So, like, this is an all right card. This is more rare because of the alternate art we found, but I wouldn't play this competitively because it's not too strong of a card, but it's pretty cool looking. All right, I'm excited to open this one. We got a Dwebble, not bad. Whismur, Doublade. This is good for your Aegislash decks. Surskit, it's all right. Screamtail, okay, we got an ancient Pokemon. This card may not look strong, but it actually is very strong because of this attack right here. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So basically, if this thing only has 10 HP left, you can do 160, right? That's the math there, 80 times 2? Yeah, 160 damage to any Pokemon on your opponent's field, which is gonna knock out almost every single basic non-EX Pokemon, which is really good for sniping. Unfortunately, you're gonna have 10 HP left, so this thing could die next turn, but this is not bad for a single prize attacker. Ferrothorn, okay, this is a good Stolly Pokemon for your metal deck. I wouldn't use it as your attacker because this only does a max of 150 damage, but it's not a bad card to play. Another Iron Bundle, you know I love this card. This card is very strong. If you're gonna play it in your future water decks, I'd play 4 of them just so you can utilize this ability. I honestly wouldn't use it for its attack. I'd only use it for its ability just to set up your other attackers. Gourgeist, this is not a very good Pokemon. I wouldn't use this. Dondozo, okay. This card's interesting because it's one of the only cards I've seen where this text is on the right side of the card, not the middle, which maybe is because it's super long, but I'm not really sure. This is, it's an all right Pokemon. I wouldn't use it because it needs 5 water energy to 180 damage, which isn't very good, but all right. Thievul, this is an all right card. It is not horrible, but it's good for disruption. All right, we got a Magby, which is, it's all right. Flamingo, I do not like this Pokemon. It is a fighting type. Flamingo, it literally just looks like a flamingo. Its name, Flamingo, it's, I don't know, it's not very creative. Porygon, not bad Pokemon. This is one of the original robot Pokemon that was made by humans. Arcorio, again, not a bad Pokemon. This is a horrible card, do not use it. Orbeetle, I would not use this card in your deck. It is not very strong for being a stage 2. Yeah, this is not a very good card. Cloth, fighting, yeah, this is actually a good card. If you have a card that is able to spread status quickly, you can be doing 190 damage for 2 energy on a basic non-2 prize card. Very strong. This is okay for your Esparathas. Wiglet, this is for your Wugtrios if you're gonna play that. Shiyu, not a bad card, and a Fire Energy.
And that's what we got this episode. Make sure to like and subscribe for the next episode to come out soon.